Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I do hope you're doing well. If you're a new subscriber, you're very welcome. And if you're a subscriber already, you're very welcome back as well. It's great to have you here. As you'll know, today I'm with somebody, this person you saw the last time, which is my friend Anne. Anne?
Hi.
Hello
Hi.
Anne, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
So we've had a lovely dinner. A lovely Irish dinner, bacon, cabbage and potatoes.
Lovely.
And we had the apple pie that I made and we had some custard with it, and you'll see that when it comes up later in this upload. So I hope you're all having a good weekend. Are you getting up to anything? I'm just going to move the camera around a little bit. I hope you're having a good weekend, and whatever you're getting up to, I hope it's been enjoyable and all that kind of thing. So we've had quite a good day. Anne's watched the Elvis film today. Yeah, that's 3 times I've seen it now, so I practically know the script off by heart. So yeah, but it's a good film, I must admit.
Yeah,
if you've never, if you've never seen it before, have a look at it, because I think you'll enjoy it. It's a couple of hours long, so it's quite long, but it's very enjoyable. I don't know why Austin Butler didn't win any awards for it at the Oscars, but
he was really good in it.
he was, yeah. I was quite disappointed that he didn't, but he's got something in the Golden Globes that he's got an award. But I think he knows that he's done really good on it anyway. You know, he played the part very, very well. At some point, you think it's actually Elvis. If it's like kind of from a distance and things like that, you think it's actually him that's
very, very good
singing.
Good,
oh, aye, definitely. Yes, aye.
Definitely.
So, have you enjoyed yourself today, Anne?
Yes, it's been great, yeah.
Looking at you under my
I've
glasses.
eaten too much food though.
I know, it's quite a big plateful we had, eh?
Gosh, aye. And all the bits and pieces that went with it.
Yeah, and we've just finished a Bailey's macchiato, is that macchiato
With
coffee with some fudge. So we finished that. My hair was actually straight this morning, and then because I've been in the kitchen and I've been boiling a bacon joint and that, it's went all curly again. So I think the steam's just affected my hair. So that's why it looks like what it does. But it was straight this morning, and I've got green eyeshadow on. I don't know if you can see it. I'll take my glasses off. It's worn off a bit now, but I had green eyeshadow on this morning. And Anne's looking very green, and we've got Anne brought these round for us. So we've got our head things on, headbands, shamrock bands, is it? Shamrock.
Yeah, shamrock.
Yeah, so we've been quite St Patrick's festive today.
It's been really good, really.
Yeah, we've had a good day so far.
Good.
Yeah. So we're going to, later on, we're going to maybe sit down and listen to some, maybe, I don't know, some Irish music or something.
River dance.
Put on the river dance and that. I love the river dance. Yeah, I like Michael Flatley. I need to get, I've said this before, I need to get these glasses tightened again.
Slack.
Yeah. So tomorrow is Mother's Day, Sunday. I'm not seeing my son tomorrow because he's working and he can't get the day off, but I was actually we were going to do something next week. Excuse me, we were going to do something next week, but I thought I'll wait till I tell you what's going to happen, that I can't meet up with him next week. I've been waiting on a waiting list to get my cataracts done for my eyes, and I got a phone call on Thursday, I think it was, to say that that there was an appointment for me. So, but next week I'm going to the eye place, the hospital place, to just get a consultation, like an assessment done on my eyes. So, but then I've got an appointment for the 14th of April to get my first cataract done in my eye. Excuse me. So that is the week that, you know, that I've told you about what was happening before. Anne and I are going to Stirling for an afternoon tea. Well, she's coming to me first. Before that is Easter Sunday. So you'll see Anne again Easter Sunday, Easter Sunday, for a wee afternoon tea. And then you'll see her again on the 13th, which is when we're going to Stirling for our birthday afternoon tea. and then I've got to, I didn't know until obviously till Thursday, so now when we come back from Stirling, the next day I have to go and get my cataract done, so that'll be me. So I just thought I'd tell you now that I'm going to get that done. I knew like from Thursday, but I thought I'll just tell you now when it's going to get done. So I might not be on like a few times or that till my eyes sort of get normal a bit or that, because on the day I'll probably, because Anne's had hers done, she's had one done, so she's waiting to get another one done. We can't do things without doing the same thing.
Twins,
one's going to get something done. We'll have to get it done together.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gruesome twosome.
I know, because we always said that when we were on the waiting list to get the cataracts done, I says to Anne, I said it'd be really funny. I said if the two of us got called in the same day to get and being in the hospital or what, to get them done on exactly the same day, but Anne got hers done first. But they were actually going to, I was going to get mine done earlier, but they were going to send me away to Glasgow to get them done, but it's like 50 miles away from me, and you're not allowed to travel on buses or that, Anne says or that, so I'd only have to go on a bus or a train. Well, I've got my pass for the bus, so I probably have used the bus, but that's like an hour's journey.
It would be,
yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. So, but I had to sort of say no. I'll just wait. So I was actually supposed to be waiting for a year to get them done. But she said that they've got a backlog, so they're starting the backlog now after like the pandemic and all that kind of thing. So, so that'll be me going to get them done and then it might stop some of the migraines that I get, the bad migraines. I'm not too sure because my eyes sometimes are just not 100% just now. I sometimes seem to get like a cloudy film over them, and it starts to give me a bit of a headache. But plus I had floaters and flashes in my, well, I've still got the floaters in my eyes, but I don't know whether when I get the cataract operation that'll maybe resolve that. I have no idea, because I've never had this done before, and Anne's no had floaters, so she can't tell me anything about that. Yeah. So that's what's on the agenda as well for April. Well, for next week first, 21st for my assessment, and then
the 14th.
14th for the cataract operation. So I have to be there for 9 o'clock in the morning. Well, it's only in Edinburgh, so that's fine. Yeah, so that's good. So I'm glad I don't have to travel. I mean, like to Glasgow and that. I mean, I don't mind going to Glasgow for a day out or that. Well, but we're going. Well, we'll be in Glasgow anyway for the Ideal Home show that we're going to. We see Anne again in that as well. You'll be seeing Anne quite a lot in the next lot of videos.
Oh dear.
Aye, certainly you will. So yeah. Anyway, well that's what's happening. So I thought I'd tell you just in my little vlog. Rather than just putting it on like a community post or something like that. So that's what I've got to look forward to get my eyes done. But Anne said Anne said it's much better because
definitely.
Yeah. So I'll be glad to get that done. So it's just a small kind of operation. Obviously, if anybody's had the cataracts done, you'll know. So but I haven't had them done yet. So I'll just have to. I'm just taking what Anne's been telling me. So
it's nothing to it. Nothing to it.
That's good, so I've got that too. I might see Anne a bit better then, eh? She might not be as good looking as I think she is, eh?
You wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want to. You get a fright.
I know. No, we have a little bit of banter between each other, so we get on good fun with a little bit of banter.
I'll need to change my mask.
My mask. So, so that's it. So we've had like quite a good day, as I said, and that.
Brilliant today.
Yeah.
Always good when I come to Josie's.
So you'll see her back again. We're having, as I said, we're having an afternoon.
The Easter parade.
We're having what are we having? Like a tea, afternoon cakes and some sandwiches and things like that. Yeah, oops. So that'll be something else. I keep forgetting this is on my head. So we'll have that to look forward to. So that's good. That'll be another wee treat.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then that's the 7th, and then we'll have another afternoon tea, as you know, when we go to Stirling, and then it's their eyes. So then we'll be back to get the Ideal Home exhibition,
that'll be good,
or the home show it is. Yeah, so
I look forward to that as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So there's a few things to look forward to get done and go to and things like that. So looking forward to all that. Yeah, so I'm quite tired tonight.
Because you've had a busy day.
I know. I've never been out of the kitchen, and
you've been on the trot.
I know. I've been up early this morning, and then so I've been busy in the kitchen making the meal and that. So I think it's kind of catching up with me now, being up early this morning. Yeah.
You'll sleep well tonight.
I hope so.
Definitely.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, get a good night's sleep.
This is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that's. So I was going to. I've got a couple of, since it's St Patrick's Day after or whatever. There's a couple of stories that I was going to tell you about, like a couple of laughs. When I used to spend a lot of time in Ireland, my childhood, because my mum, as I told you, was Irish, and my dad was Scottish, and my mum came over here, and that's how she met my dad. And so I remember when we always used to go for our holidays to Ireland and that, sometimes we flew on the plane, or maybe my dad would be working and then he would come at a later date, because my dad was a miner and he worked at the pits, so he got about 3 weeks off in the summertime. So sometimes we would go over like maybe before, but my dad we had a caravanette first, and then we had a caravan. So my dad used to come over. We'd come over in the ship. Sometimes we'd come over in the ship. Sometimes we'd go over in the plane. If my dad wasn't bringing the caravan, he would come over in the plane, and we would stay with my mum's mum. We never called her Granny or Nana. She was always Katie. My mum's mum was always, to all my cousins and that, she was always Katie. Never Nana, never Granny. It was always Katie. And so they had a house built. It was like what they called a new house, because further down the road they had a house where they were all brought up in, where they were all born.
Family home.
Yeah, and a lot of them were builders in the family, and they had land, so they built this house. I'd say maybe a mile or something from the other house, and the house that they were all brought up in was quite a big house. It was where my mum's brother stayed later in life, my Uncle Jerry, and it had about 7 or 8 bedrooms, I think, in it, because there was 9 of a family, and my mum on my mum's side, and excuse me. So obviously when we went to visit them, we didn't need to stay in any hotels or anything like that, where there was plenty of room, you know. So and I remember like a couple of times, like when we were in the house, but we actually didn't go to the older house. It was the new house we went to, because I think I can't remember who used to stay in the old house at the time. I don't know if it was my Uncle Jerry, because they're going back a few years, but I know that my mum's mum stayed in the newer house, and they had it was a big house as well, and they had an attic thing, the ladders, and there was another room up there that was built up there, another room in there as well.
That's like John's family.
Aye, is it?
Same,
aye. I think that was kind of typical in Ireland,
aye,
sort of all these things, eh?
Yeah.
So I remember in the days, like you're talking early 70s and that, and the roads weren't busy then. They had no traffic like what they have now. But I'll cut a long story short here to go into something else. But later on, they had, when I went over with my son and my mum a few years ago, it was a busier road then. The road outside, obviously, there where the house was, because my auntie got that house and my uncle. And so it was just my auntie that was staying there when we went the last time, because my uncle had passed away. So anyway, cut a long story short, going back to the early late 60s or that, 69 maybe 70 or whatever, when I was just a young girl, but I can remember it. And I remember I used to go out for a walk. I liked walking along the road, like a country road. As I said, there was no cars or nothing came along there. It was just walking. You'd never see anybody, never see a soul. And I remember me walking along, and I think we had we were in the house, but I think we had the caravan at the time. And that's right, I think it was. And I came out the caravan and I went to walk. So I'd walked along, and then I was coming back along again, and I could see my mum in the distance, right? Because it's quite a far away. I could see her like this, you know. And I thought she was waving at me, so I was waving back to her. And then she started to run a bit, and of course I started to run a bit or something like that, and she was waving and still like that, you know. And I thought, why is she keeping waving?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like waving back to her. Then all of a sudden, when she was getting nearer, all I could hear was, because my mum was Irish, so she shouted this, Josephine, Josephine, right? And I was like, oh, she's shouting at me. I'm coming. She goes, hurry up, like that, right? And I'm going, oh, something must be happening. So, like being young, I started to run. And I said, what's happened? What's wrong? She goes, oh God. And she grabbed me by the hand and she says, come on, Josephine. She says, we need to get back into the house. She says, there's a bull loose in the field, quick. So there was a bull loose somewhere in this vicinity. And I was out on my own, so that was her coming looking for me, you know. So that was one of the stories. And another story was when I went with my Uncle Johnny. We went out for a walk again. There wasn't much to do in Ireland in the 80s, just walking around. So we went away. I mean, it was just fields and everything. You know, there's fields and sheep and everything round about them because they were farmers, so they had sheep and they had cows and everything, and they had hens and all this kind of stuff. And when we went out for a walk and we were walking along in this like big field place, and he was walking ahead, and it's actually a bit, if you've ever seen what's the name, the Vicar of Dibley, Don French.
Yeah.
That's really, whenever I seen that with Don French, it really put me in mind of what happened to me, because we were walking along and he was talking away to me, and all of a sudden I fell down this hole. Right, I went down this hole and he turned like that, and all he went, oh God, where are you? And he came, and all I could hear was my voice shouting, and he looked down and I was down this hole, I was way down like that, and all I could see was him up there.
God.
So it was either like a swamp thing or it was like a bog, or something like a bog, and this had gave way underneath me and I'd went right down, and of course I remember like my arms, he was pulling my arms like that, and he was having to pull me right out of this big hole.
Almighty.
So when I came out of this big hole, obviously I had a dress, I think it was a dress I had on.
You'd be covered in
I
mud.
was mud from the waist right down, shoes, the lot, everything. And so when I got back in the days, as I said to you, like all the cousins and everything, and their mums and dads and that, we all sort of used to meet in Ireland in the summer, because some of my aunties, when they left Ireland, one of my aunties moved to Chicago and the other moved to Missouri, and then London and that as well. So they all sort of came back like in a summertime,
That's right.
you know.
They usually did.
Just for it all to meet up in the summertime, because they were all over the world practically. So of course they were all in the house when I came back in. I was like covered in mud and wet and everything
What a
from waist to
shame.
feet. And of course they were going, oh God, what happened to you? What happened to you? What happened to you? And of course I'm saying, oh, I fell down this hole and everything. Oh no, God, she could have been killed. Oh, and oh, we pray for you, oh God, and all this stuff and everything like that, you know. But when I'll think back about it, I laugh now when I find it so funny.
I know when you look back at things.
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
that's practically my story. But I think there's more, like, but I mean, there's loads of stories like I could tell you, but I'd probably be here forever telling them. But it's just all the little things that stick in your mind.
I see the certain stories. That's right.
Just little wee stories that stick in your mind from your childhood. But we had some good holidays in Scotland and that as well. We never went abroad when we were when we were young. Excuse me. We always just went. We went up the Highlands and the islands.
That's lovely, that. Yeah,
Aye.
nice.
Because as I said, my dad had a caravan, so we travelled all over Scotland in the caravan, staying in the caravan, but when I was young I saw quite a lot of Scotland, parts of Scotland and that, and obviously when I went to Ireland I saw different parts of Ireland, because we went to Galway Bay and
Galway's lovely.
yeah,
really
loads of places like that in
nice.
Ireland and that.
Beautiful Galway.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we've I've travelled a bit in Ireland, but seen the places, and in Scotland and that. But obviously, like in later life, I've travelled like different places abroad. But I'll have that we'll talk about that in another time. We'll just stick with Ireland since it's St Patrick's Day, day after.
Yeah.
So that's why we were telling you a couple of stories about Ireland. And have you got any stories, Anne? No?
No.
Nothing ever happened to you? No.
I've just been a good girl.
Anne's lived a quiet life, I think. Eh, haven't you? Aye, Anne's lived a quiet life. She's not got any stories to tell. Because Anne's husband is from an Irish family, so that's why we're celebrating.
His family was Irish.
Yeah. Because when I was young, my mum used to love St Patrick's Day. My mum, she used to wear a lot of green. She didn't just wear it on St Patrick's Day. Do you know this? if she had the chance, my dad used to always have to put his foot down. Because if my mum had the chance, she would have painted the living room, well, which used to emulsion. That my mum was quite good at emulsion, actually, emulsioning walls and that. And she, I'm sure she used to emulsion every week. Honestly, because when I would, because I remember saying to my, like, coming in, and my mum would be, her hair would be splashes of paint, and I'd be saying, oh my gosh, she's been painting again. And then I remember, like, in the 70s, if anybody can remember, like, the 70s, the walls were orange. We had orange walls, orange emulsion walls.
God, when you think it, really.
Yeah. But if my mum had the chance, as I said, she would have painted the walls green. She would have painted them green. Everything she bought was green. She wore mostly green.
That's used to see God's colour.
Yeah. Everything she bought nearly was green. Yeah. And I've got I've got green eyeshadow on the day. My mum used to wear green eyeshadow, not all the time, but she did now and again. She'd put a wee green bit of green eyeshadow.
Nice.
Everything was kind of green where.
Yeah, but your mum was lovely. She was a lovely woman. Your mum.
And if you had some sweets, if you had sports mixtures or something like that, I'd say, do you want a sweet, Mum? If you got a green one. She'd always take a green sweet.
Yeah.
So I'm saying everything was green with my mum.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So, good memories, good stories. I wish she was here tomorrow, like Mother's Day. I wish she was here. Anne as well. She's lost her mum too. Mum and dad, and I've lost my mum and dad. So, but we've got a lot of good memories, haven't we?
We have definitely.
Got a lot of good memories to carry with us.
Exactly. As I was just saying, if your mum was here today, she would have loved this.
She would have. She would have loved all this.
Beautiful. Yeah.
So we had a good dinner. We had bacon and cabbage, and
that's beautiful. Really nice. Enjoyed that. It was good. I've eaten too well.
I
too
know,
much
and then with the apple pie
God.
and that. I know. But we've had ate well today. But it's been good.
Yeah, it's been a good day. Really good day. Enjoyed it. Always do when I come to you, Josie.
Oh, thank you.
Always do. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yes, my wee pal.
Oh, thank you. It's nice of you to say.
A couple of hamsters.
Oh dear.
Gosh. Yeah, this is it.
So we'll need to show you what we've got, and put this on as well. Look.
Oh, the garlands.
Oh gosh. Let's show you. Put this on as well.
I need to take my things came off.
Oh, as it came off. We've got this as well to put on. Look at us. Oh, we had our scarves on as well. So I've taken mine off. I don't even know where mine's is. Oh, there it's on the floor. I think Anne was sitting over there for a minute. I think she's just flung it on the floor. It's been getting in her road. Oh, this is itchy on the neck.
It's jaggy,
It is. It's jagging. It's jaggy.
It feels like I'm in Hawaii.
Hawaii. Oh, we could have a Hawaiian theme night. The lei, isn't it? The garland, the lei.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, my granny, my dad's mum, she was at well, that's another story, but I'll tell you this little bit. She went off to New Zealand on the ship. She sailed to New Zealand, and that took about 6 weeks or something. Years ago. Well, obviously it was years ago, but and she because she had family. Well, my auntie and that moved. One of my aunties was there, and then my cousins in New Zealand, and she was on my nana was on the ship. And they had like making things. They had like things that you could make on the ship and that. And I remember her telling us that she made these because when the boat would obviously stop at different ports en route to New Zealand. And when they made all these garlands, when they stopped off in Tahiti, they were given garlands, and they gave the garlands they made on the ship back to whoever was giving them, or something like that story. Anyway. I've always got a little story about something. Good memories to have. It's nice, always good to have a lot of memories. Good memories of your childhood or things to remember.
Definitely, Josie, I agree with you there. Definitely,
So I think that's about all we've covered now. So you'll probably see some of the pictures or some video upload or that of like our food that we had and some of the decorations and that.
Beautiful, really lovely.
Yeah, and then we'll have to. Well, for this, what is it? The 7th of April. Is that when Easter Sunday is it the 7th?
I don't know, Josie.
I've forgotten the date. I think it is.
It
But it's
could be.
earlier this year, isn't
I
it?
think it is early.
Yeah. So I'll have to change all the decor and get. This is going to fall off again. I can feel it sliding back. Yeah, it's so we'll have to change all the decor to like Easter stuff. So that'll be more.
Be lovely.
Yeah, I'm just. I know that I've said to you before that I was going to do another, what do you call it, balloon thing. Whatever it's called, I've lost the. That's what I'm saying. I can never remember. I know what I'm talking about, but I can never remember the words.
Balloon thing.
What is it? Balloon arch. That's the word. Arch. That's what it's called. Arch. Couldn't you think what? Yeah. Couldn't you think? Aye. Well, that's what I was thinking for
Easter.
Yeah, because trying to tie all these balloons.
Oh, I know.
You know, but I've done it, so I'll have a bash for the Easter one. I want to do that.
That'd be nice. That'd be lovely.
So the balloons did last. I was worried about it, but I noticed a couple of them are going down now. Some of them are deflating, but most of them have stayed up quite well.
It's beautiful, really nice.
Yeah. So Anne never saw that till she came in the door. She never knew that I was putting that up.
Beautiful.
So she got a surprise with that.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Really nice. Beautiful.
Yeah. Because I remember when I put it up there and I had visions like coming down in the morning and it just either them all deflated or it just off the wall or something.
They've done well, Josie.
Aye. Or each morning when I done it, I think it was from Thursday or something I done it, and I'm thinking that each morning I got up, I'm thinking, will there be any balloons left? Will they be all half deflated?
A lot of work though, definitely. A lot of work.
It took me about 3 hours to do that.
Oh God, heavens. Gee.
Oh.
God.
I know.
You've made a really good job of it. Really nice.
Thank you.
Aye, really nice.
Aye. So I'll have to get that down, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll just leave it up for another couple of days and just let them deflate themselves a bit, eh?
Probably that's what will happen.
Yeah, because most of them are coming down now. You can see it. You know, they're getting... Because they ones shouldn't be as small as that.
No, they're probably deflating now.
Yeah,
definitely.
and that's that.
Aye, yeah. That's really nice. That.
And get all this back off the wall.
Get sitting room back to normal.
Well, change it again for Easter.
Oh God, Josie, what a shame.
I know. No, well, it's good to do all these things. It's good to celebrate all these little things, I think.
It's true, definitely.
Yeah, just
definitely. I agree with you.
Be in the moment, eh? Yeah, because especially after like the pandemic and things like that, it's good to now we can do things like that, meet up with people and get sort of trying to get back to normal as we can,
hopefully,
yeah. Because as they say, we're probably not out of it. We'll never be out of it, but we're living with it.
Yeah,
so we just have to get on as best we can, eh?
Yeah, well that's true, Josie. Nothing else for it, really. Yeah, it's good.
Because well, not saying wasted, but we've had long enough being away from family and being away from things that we used to do as a normal thing. You took every day for granted. So see, that's what I'm saying as well. After the pandemic, I never take a day now for granted.
No.
I always live each day as I think I should just live it, and that's it.
Well, that's
you
true,
know,
Josie, because it's been a funny few years, really.
Because I mean, all the people that passed away with it, and all the people that came through it, and all that.
Right.
I mean, we're lucky, so we should be thankful that we've got the chance to do these things again that we've done before. You know, yeah. So that's why I'm always saying that, you know, like have St Patrick's Day back again, and we can do a little, even if it's not going out, if it's celebrating in the house, you can still celebrate just as good. You know, but you can get into that moment and that atmosphere of it, you know.
True,
and you just make it your own kind of special. So that's it.
Well, that's right.
You know.
Definitely.
Yeah. So my knees are getting a bit bothered. Well, you know, I've got bothered with arthritis, so my knees are getting a bit sore today. I don't know.
Oh, maybe need to put your stuff on.
I need to get my old cream in it and get my whatever. Oh. So I know. That's it. The old arthritis strikes again. So we're going to what are we going to do?
I don't know.
We'll maybe put on a bit of Irish music. Get a little bit, maybe put the river dance music on. I used to love the river dance music.
I love watching it.
I like watching it as well. Yeah, I love that river dance music.
Good music.
Yeah. Right. So we'll get our. Well, put your glasses on, Anne. We've got. I'll not see it. We've got these Irish glasses. See, so we'll put them on. Look at us.
Keep my glasses on.
I can't even see. Look at us.
I can't see.
I can't even see the camera.
We're as mad as brushes.
Oh, I know. So I better take them off so I can't see you.
No.
So we'll put them on when we're having a bit of a jig around. Oh, God. No.
Oh, God.
So we'll put that on and we'll see what else the night brings. So, so anyway, guys, so if you've liked this sort of content and you've liked the stories and we've not put you to sleep, you know, or you've not turned off halfway through and thought, oh, I can't be bothered with this anymore, you know, or you'll let us nodding off, I'm telling you. All my wee stories of my mishaps when I was a young girl, falling down holes and getting chased by bulls.
Aye, this is it.
Yeah. So anyway, right. So you'll see Anne in the next one as well. The next one, what would I say? It's the Easter one then, eh?
Easter.
The Easter one, and then you'll see her again in the tea one. When we're in the tea one when we're in Stirling.
God. No, yeah.
Is that? Oh, and then the Ideal Home show in May. Yeah, I'll do a wee bit of filming of that if I can. When I'm out at places, I don't know if you can film, but I think you will be allowed to. I'm not too sure. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, guys, if you like this sort of content, please subscribe to the channel. Every little bit helps, and it has, and I'm grateful for all the subscribers I have so far. Thank you very much. And hit the like button. Press the bell thing, whatever it's called again, and you'll know when I get a notification when I come on or when I've put a new upload up. So anyway, guys, whatever. Enjoy your weekend, the rest of it, and I'll see you in the next one. So, and it's goodbye from her, and it's goodbye from her. Bye-bye. Bye.